Okay, this lesson is uh, just giving you some tips on bass notes to play. Um, when you first get started, and you really you're almost just working with one hand, trying to play these, major triads and minor triads, minor, major, and trying to remember what the name of the chord is. It's always good to figure out where you're starting if you're in that position. But of course, if you're doing an inversion, um, you know, this is an inversion of a C, and that's the C, so that's the root. So it's not always root, third and fifth in that order. Sometimes it's mixed around. But when I play a C chord, I can add some bass to it with playing kind of two C notes or an octave apart, and my hand and your hand should be big enough where your thumb can play a C here and your pinky can play a C there. And when you play the chord, it sounds great. It's in unison. It gives it some nice foundation. But a lot of songs have use a different bass note. Let's and let's just keep that spacing. Let's play a D. Um, in the bass and continue to play a C chord or an E, or let's play a C and then drop it down to a B. So there's a lot of different things you can do where you can play one chord with your right hand and a different bass note in your left hand. Let's look at F. Let's look at an F with a G bass note. So I'm playing an F chord and a G chord. F, G, F, G. But I'm just constantly playing a G bass note. Okay, so it's kind of a just a cool sound. You'll hear songs that you've heard before and you're like, it sounds like that, or I'm still playing that F and G, but I'm just playing it an octave down. I was playing it up here, but I decided to just move it down. So there's a lot of different things you can do with a different bass note to the chords you play. Elton John does a lot. A lot of piano players do it. It kind of supports a different melody. But there's nothing wrong with just playing the bass note to whatever chord you're playing. Or you could just play. Change the chord, but keep the bass note the same. Just playing a G. The other thing you can do is just play one chord and descend down. I can play a C chord with a C note. So I'm just playing that C chord and I'm just kind of walking the bass note down, and you can try different combinations. Maybe I'll just go. A lot of different things you can do, but get used to, the chords you're playing here and trying to get your hands oriented and coordinated with the bass note. In this case, I'm looking at this C that's right off of the left black key of the pair, and here we go. I'm at the same place, so this should sound good. Okay. practice, 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 and you'll get better and better. You'll get muscle memory.